Welcome to this week's edition of
The Same Show.
I'm Sophie.
I'm Alex.
I'm Max.
And I'm Emily.
Today we're going to be covering the topics of women misconceptions from feminism to women in the media.
This week, Emily and I walked around campus to see what students thought about women representation in the media.
And
Here's what they said.
So I think women in the media are portrayed to be very perfect a lot of the time, with just perfect hair, skin, very skinny and pretty.
So I think stereotypes in movies, for me, I see a lot of women chasing after men that are successful instead of really focusing on themselves and finding success in themselves. It's always based around a man.
Younger.
Perfect.
Actually, a movie I watched recently that depicted all these things was Legally Blonde. Do you guys know that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's skinny,
Blonde.
blonde, rich, and she goes to school just for her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Another movie I can think of is Grease. Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
Yeah.
A favorite, a classic.
Sandy is kind of portrayed almost the same way. I mean, not exactly, but she's still blonde, really skinny, like a cheerleader,
Yeah.
all that, like, kind of stereotypical stuff.
And she changes herself for Danny,
Yeah.
too.
It's a
Like,
trend
revolved
we
around a guy.
see
Yeah.
more and more in popular movies.
Yeah.
Those are popular movies from prior to the 2010 decade, but I think the destigmatization of feminism has led to more leading roles for women.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, a movie that recently came out with a popular woman leading role is Captain Marvel,
Oh,
where
yeah.
she's a powerful leading woman role, superhero, someone who saves the world, a figure of power.
I'd agree. I think we can also see the shift away from, like, appearance stereotypes in
Bless you.
women in media. For example, like, one of the most popular TV shows right now, Game of Thrones. Like,
Yeah. I don't know anything about that, but
Actually, when I was watching it the other night, I noticed that how there are a bunch of character transformations, how they start as sometimes oppressed women, such as Brienne, getting talked down upon for her appearance, and then now becomes a knight and powerful figure and almost a hero in the series.
That
And
was
also-
a big thing.
Also Arya,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
Like, she was supposed to grow up, like, learning how to, like, do all the stuff women
In
do.
a typical women role.
Yeah.
And she just took her own path and might take the Iron Throne.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple women who may end up being
Yeah.
the queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Mhm.
And that's such a popular show. I feel like that's
Yeah.
really putting a statement out for kind of more positive,
yeah.
like, women in media, opposed to the stereotypes that we talked about in movies before.
It's just the changing times.
It's good.
Now that we've talked about how women have been portrayed in the media in the past and in today's world, this is what our listeners can do to continue the positive change.
Talk about it.
Don't limit yourself.
Erase stigmas.
Increase positive reinforcement.
And keep the conversation going. Bye.
Like and subscribe.
See you next time.